Welcome back to Sunday Streams. We're back with Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. Okay. Oh, that's you.
Well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern? It looks like we'd survived. We have a bigger problem now. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cavern. But who? Who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Korean tradition. I have Iris at the Sacred Cavern trying her best to help them for us right now. My voice. I mean, I'm worried. I'm worried sick. Actually, there's something I've been wanting to talk to you about, my sister. Yes, we're in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Kurain disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Fae suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Kurain tradition's main family line. I am here to put a stop to it." Someone is trying to destroy the main family line? There's only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Kurain, and her daughters the main family. All other mediums become branch family members, with no hope of controlling the clan.
That sounds so much like Naruto.
That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line.
Yes.
Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed?
Yes.
Apparently.
Talk to her.
Stop.
You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. Usually it's my busty mentor.
Instant bust.
During the Master Ash case, and during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Among other times. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The Kurain technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know? I mean, the ability to commune with the dead? That's true psychic power, you know? Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so. With all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. Are you saying you're poor, Mr. Wright? You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake.
That everybody knows about.
What mistake?
You didn't have to ask that question. You know this, right?
It was 7 years ago.
17.
That's when everything came crashing down.
I said 7.
Well,
17.
Didn't I say?
I said 7.
But apparently it was even longer than that. my back is acting up.
Your back doesn't affect memory.
All because of that incident. That incident. Is she talking about what I think she is?
The death of someone's father?
I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course.
This narrator is great, better than Morgan Freeman.
It was called the DL6 incident. That's the name of the file.
Is this when, what's his name's father got trapped in the elevator?
Yes. The DL6 incident. I knew it.
Surprising I can pick up on that.
The DL6 incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 2 years ago.
Oh.
Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case.
You should tell him he's going great. I am.
Yeah. A murder that took place 17 years ago.
Good boy.
Hey, I'm doing a good. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium.
Dang it.
The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. Moiterer.
Okay.
Untangle them later.
No, it's gonna bug me.
Wah.
The cords. We're sitting on top of this.
It's kind of sitting on near dead. Do you really want to do that right now?
Well, it's blue.
Okay.
This is easy, sir.
Yeah.
It charges fast,
There you go.
surprisingly.
There you go. Problem solved.
Fuck the cord, right here.
Alright.
That is
There.
wrong.
Okay, we're good.
If we got the double D, double die.
And the medium who performed the channeling was Mystic Faye, Maya's mother. Through Mystic's channeling, the name of the certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty, wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed.
Only because he had more money.
It was the first case the world had ever seen the Karain tradition openly involved in. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Karain Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished.
Wow.
While everyone still thought of her as a fraud.
Man, they thought she was a sham, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Boo! Boo! But I know
No.
His name is Bikini. No, it's that's actually a female. Welcome to Europe, I guess.
Europe? No. We're supposed to
This
be
is
in...
San Francisco.
Yeah, we live in California, and by that we mean Japan.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's Japanese. It's Japanese San Francisco.
Mystic Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all.
You mean San Francisco?
Of course it wasn't. You know what? I would totally buy if it was taking place in a San Francisco-like scenario, which would make it much more believable.
Yeah.
And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Karain tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan, does she mean Maya? Family Feud.
I love that game
With
show.
now with new host Steve Harvey. The spiritual power of the Karain channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing before.
Wait, the women of the Fae clan have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us.
According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power.
Only women can wield it. Now give me a burger.
Women! Burgers! Women! Burgers!
Burger women.
I'll give you anything you want. Money, fame, women. And
Keep going.
the main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right. It's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life as a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia had got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt.
Aw, that's sweet.
That's right. Misty Faye had an elder sister, too.
Apparently, Brendan wants me to change the location of the thingies.
It's so that you could read the text box.
Give me a sec, I can do this quickly.
Okay. Taking a break.
You don't need to do it
Taking
now.
a break! No, I can do it really quickly.
Yeah, taking a minor break.
Taking a break. Taking a break.
Nope, that's the wrong one.
Having a case of that Kit Kat
Bye.
bar.
That. Oh, sugar, I didn't copy that in.
I was about to say, well, that's awkward.
What's awkward?
I feel like the two images and the advertisement should be at the top of the screen.
Working on it.
That would make sense for that we actually get to see the text box. At least for this game specifically.
Yeah.
For other games, it might be a little bit different, but we'll take that as it comes.
Yeah.
That works.
Stevens, superior powers managed to usurp the Master's secret.
Dang it, don't be like that.
Aww.
Okay, this is the right one. Wait, why is that labeled top? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I didn't do that yet.
Do what?
It has a beard.
I'm gonna need to change that later. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do it.
So, yeah, just ignore it then.
Yep. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master's seat from her. Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know.
The gasp!
Morgan.
Actually,
There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Kurain Village. What she did.
if you use that screen to read, I'm gonna see if I can't do it while you're doing this.
Sure. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the new master.
The big poofy hair of hers.
The poofy hair of danger.
I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris.
Huh?
Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this?
The gasp! Again!
That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. What? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter?
Iris! Iris! What am I fighting for?
Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Oops, I thought you already knew.
How would I know that?
It sounded like you met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. We have. I have. I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearls. Pearl Faye. But I always thought she was an only child. You jest! That child, she's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she?
What?
Yes. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in the murder case last year. Remember the case that involved Kurain Village? She helped out the villain.
Poofy hair!
It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. Wait, what? 3? Yes. Iris, her twin sister, and Mystic Pearl. What? Twin sister? Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago.
Why am I being told this now? Why is it so shocking?
After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled.
I know why it's so shocking. Because it's chocolate!
It wasn't many years later that Corain's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him.
Oh.
Sounds like a piece of crap.
Yep.
How awful. He was a jeweler.
Nerd-ass motherfucker.
In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. Iris had a twin sister. Has a twin sister. Creepy. Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. Jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Earls had 2 older sisters, huh? Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband. But even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls. It seems that the incident here was the result of Mystic Morgan's anger. He was able to break free from the bars that confined her. So Iris has a twin sister.
That face. Who is that face? Who is it?
I wonder.
I wonder who.
The plot thickens. This information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. Alright, so now that you've done that, head out to the courtyard.
Okay. Courtyard.
Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that they're humming? No mode, no crime. No mode, no crime. Sing it with me. No mode, no crime. I remember when I used to search in the channeling room in Kuwait. Whoop, I love my job.
Quick, someone slap him.
I love my job. Who cares if the clues that I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love to investigate. It's a passion. Good cases we had, good cases we lost along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae.
What?
Reggae.
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 Either way, continue.
Tango.
Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there?
No.
None of your concern.
Yeah.
I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgewood. I promised I would find a real murder weapon. A real murder weapon. That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. Letter. What talking about? Let's see what everything's all
The
about.
letter.
What about that letter you found? Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting the gut just trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find are some burnt up old letter. Burnt up old letter. Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the inner temple. The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it.
Where was the incinerator?
It's right by the
Oh.
the inner sanctum. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? Got it right here if you want to take a look.
Please.
Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums! Burnt letter added to the court record. It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. I better give it a good look over and add some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime now. Wanna take a look at it? Found by Gumshoe in the inner temple. Be careful, once nightfall should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out go, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is, she is the whole. Here is a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is burned, also tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition.
That's a letter to someone.
Makes you wonder, right?
They're basically telling someone to kill someone.
So how's the investigation going, detective? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ.
No! Whoever dropped.
I don't know. I can't see. There's a thing in the way.
Me.
Brendan.
No, Brendan!
What?
Agent
You mean-
Squirrel.
I don't have the details, pal.
Flavor
All I know
potato
is
fruit.
if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, you're gonna be faced with one ugly sitch. What kind of ugly sitch are we looking at here?
Not impossible.
You got me, I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What do you mean by that?
Oh, dang it.
So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the Shichishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. Yes, it's true.
I'm okay enough to court. I'm okay to court now.
In which case, it must have been another blade.
No.
And that's what we're running around it like a headless chicken looking for now, huh? Yeah. And man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon?
I know you got me curious.
There
Probably
we
the
go.
metal detector.
Yeah.
Better?
It's a secret weapon of yours.
Yeah.
You want to know? We've got to think scientifically, okay? All right. The murder weapon was a sword.
No.
Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right?
Okay.
Any questions so far? No? I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector! Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a while away.
No hands? Got it.
You didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go?
Brendan, stop coming back and forth. You're making noises
me?
when you do.
Me?
I don't know why it does that. Hold on.
I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out or not?
Should I?
Might as well.
Play forensics expert.
It couldn't hurt to try.
Play forensics expert.
Come on, pal. It's good fun. I'm telling you. All right then. I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best.
If it's the most advanced, I am terrified about what they have.
It's so sensitive, you could make it cry. It's so high tech, you could skydive off it.
But no.
Oh, bother.
Shut up, Gumshoe.
So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it.
I already know how.
It's possible the real murder weapon is somewhere around here somewhere, okay? Sure, that's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal detector's signal bouncing off of something metallic. Next, touch the detector and take a real good look around And when you hit something metallic, the check gauge will flash. And when that happens, touch the gauge to really give the area a good hard stare. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight, too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? You want me to tell you where to look immediately?
What about here?
There. So are you just avoiding things? Hit the check button when you want to look at it. This is Miss Donim's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. But the detector's reacting to it.
Is it secretly a
but
sword?
however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating unless it looks like it might be metallic.
Going
You're an idiot. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing's causing racket. Here, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the...
Let me guess. A spear sword.
The top is coming off.
Or a staff sword.
What you done? You've damaged a really important piece of evidence.
You said it wasn't!
Ah.
Yep, it's a cane sword.
That's a sword inside the staff. Could it be the murder weapon?
Wait, can we use the metal detector again?
I'm not sure. I think you found what you were looking for.
I
That's
just
your
wanted to see
fault.
if it worked with a cane!
What's up, Chan?
I'd never have guessed.
Oh,
There'd be a
right.
sword
He's mad
that's-
because his face is not showing.
Well, we are using a DS, so...
I'd never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal.
Yeah! Arcade!
This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot.
Actually, I'm annoyed because I'm tired. Oh, okay.
I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. The real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden. Then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the name?
Oh yeah, before I forget, since we didn't bring it up on Thursday, happy birthday, Josh. Happy birthday, Brendan.
Happy
Happy birthday, B. How old are you?
No comment, apparently.
Brendan is silent. He's 22.
Yes, I was right!
Hey, Gumshoe.
Hey, don't feel bad, Brendan. I'm 5 years older than you. I'm 27 on Thursday. Okay?
Who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now.
Did not!
Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off.
I mean, in
You have
feudal
an
Japan, they
obsession.
did kind of...
Yeah. Wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. It's about the same length as the Shijishito, too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off.
Why is
See
she
you later,
carrying
pal.
a sword with her?
Every case is gonna be airtight. Every
Self-defense.
case is gonna be airtight. Wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. You're going to get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while?
Actually, it's a good point you asked the detective to wait up a minute. I have a very important question for him. Tell me, Gumshoe, are you tired of wearing the same old rickety old button-up shirt? Why don't you get yourself a Legend of Jansen Skyward Bollocks t-shirt? They're comfortable, well-fitting, and free
damn it.
advertisement for Turp. Shut up, Brendan. Yes.
Well,
How are you doing?
Endorsed,
Jansen?
endorsed by the legend himself.
Shirt.
Endorsed by the
now
legend.
you see here, pal. If I could afford one of them shirts, I wouldn't be chowing down on instant noodles every night.
I'm eating pasta right now and I have one of these shirts. Fuck off.
Do you know how much my salary was cut when I was working with Von Karma?
Then stop being worse than Josh.
Now you see,
Wait,
that's
wait,
impossible. Josh is an
Is it
upstanding
off,
fine man,
Worse than
alright?
Josh?
What?
It is now.
Yes.
You know what, Jansen? I was gonna ask for your opinion on a story I'm gonna try and write. I think I might just take my business elsewhere.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of t-shirts, you know those images I made for the Extra Life stuff, like the Zinogre and the Stygian? Yeah, I'm gonna throw those on t-shirts as well.
Just so you
can't
guys
hear
know,
you.
by the way.
No, you guys are still talking. We're going through it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
This one's actually a little important. I'm not going to be around next weekend because I'm doing 6-2s and I'm going to be crashing at Finney's.
Alright.
Cool, I won't be here 2 weekends from now?
Yeah.
Because I'm going on vacation.
Okay. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and,
Why?
well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think Maya's been Please, detective, let's just wait until we get inside the sacred cavern. You're kind of Viridian there.
Viridian? That's a color?
Oh my gosh, please don't be a frigging butts right now.
Hey, don't laugh. Gary Clutch
Okay,
could
okay.
show up right now.
Okay,
for all
okay,
you know.
Well.
just stop with that face, pal.
You get a punch to the face.
You've
Stop
heard
that
about
face.
the gays. They enjoy the butts.
Especially Larry Butts.
One thing, though. The staff's secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular, run-of-the-mill staff. You got it?
With very nice wooden craftsmanship here.
Okay. Now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Don't you? You know, there's a place at the base of the mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Item staff received by...
Oh, you found the ball.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, it
part
was
of...
covered in blood.
Yeah, it was part of the case. I can't help but wonder, though.
Yeah, it was part of the staff. I didn't know where it was.
Can't help but wonder. What is Elise Donian doing with a staff like this in the first place?
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Alright, so now head to the garden.
Oh. Did I do this? Can I examine these?
No.
No, you can't anymore.
Oh, what was in them?
I don't remember, but I don't think it was something good. But yeah, so move to the garden. So you gotta move.
So,
Yeah, move back to me.
Chan, my man.
Move to the main gate.
Jansen,
Move to
What?
suspension bridge.
I would honestly like your opinion on a story I'm going to try and write. But I need to write it down and flesh it out.
And then move
Can
to
you
the
send it to me on Discord via a DM and I'll have a look at it when I get a chance, okay?
present.
Alright, I
the
started to write
question
some
mark
of it,
profile.
write most of it down, but I'm going to try my best to get it to you.
Yes.
I do want your opinion on it.
Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister?
What? A twin? You can't be serious.
Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin.
There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked.
Well, Iris wasn't taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently, her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler.
A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right?
former love interest, I'm guessing.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please.
Basically,
Don't say anything, because we want to find out in the story.
it was in the story.
But I haven't seen that.
Oh, you're talking about
That's
the
my
you're
story.
talking
Yeah,
about the first
Yes.
we're
one.
talking about the first trial.
Okay, well,
So, Dahlia was convicted of murder
A murder most foul.
and nearly got Wright sent to prison.
And killed.
Yes, she nearly killed her.
Lovely. So he was in love with her and blah blah blah.
Mia's first case was a case saving Phoenix.
second case.
Sorry, second case.
Yes.
Second case.
Her first
Um,
case
Yeah.
was when she first met Dahlia.
Yeah, because I'll be frank here. With Phoenix, that's not the first time Dahlia attempted to do this to somebody.
But she got away with it.
She got away with the first attempt.
Yeah. And the guy who was a convict who was sentenced to death, I believe?
He was sentenced to something, but
Yeah, he was
but he
sentenced to
escaped from prison and
Yes.
yeah,
I think it was death row.
something
he was
like
a
that.
death row inmate.
Yeah.
And in court, as he was testifying, he drank a small bottle that was full of poison, and it killed him.
And committed suicide on the
on the
stand.
witness stand.
Lovely.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, this got dark suddenly.
Oh yeah, this is like the first game in Phoenix Wright that actually got super dark.
Not
It was
just
my
dark.
first court case 6
Super.
years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died.
You're talking about Terry Falls, right? Sorry. That poor guy.
You know about the case?
You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago.
Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago.
Oh, so he realizes what happened.
Well, remember, in that case, he was the prosecutor.
Yeah. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking.
Her sister?
Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie is the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife.
Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out?
Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case.
Why are you so sure about that?
It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead.
What?
Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak.
It has everything to do with this case because it's involving spirit mediums.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth?
Right. I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years.
That's you.
Dahlia Hawthorne was
Hey.
found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey.
You're just gonna let that ride?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I cannot do that.
At the time, Dahlia, it's like she was possessed by a demon or something.
I'm a demon!
Satsui no Hado!
Wouldn't be surprised.
Raging demon!
Yeah.
I mean, it's Capcom, so.
Yeah, it's true.
It's been about almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down.
I think.
And
I
her
know
sentence
the
was
outcome.
finally carried out.
Which is?
I'm not going to say it. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Aw, we like
Keep
hearing
going.
theories though.
Keep going.
She was executed last month.
Executed?
I'm sure that's a bit of a shock for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected to with this case. She's dead. And once someone is dead, there is no way to revive them.
There's no way to revive the dead. I wonder. Seems you are not aware with one other connection yet, Edgeworth.
And what is that?
It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother.
What's their mother got to do with any of this?
She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Karain channeling technique.
Did you say Karain channeling technique?
Yes.
Do you know something about it?
Oh yes, I know it's connected with the fraudulent spirit medium. That fraudulent spirit medium.
Fraudulent?
I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago.
You should know about this, Phoenix.
I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent.
Edgeworth.
Go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know.
I mean, especially since you defended me in that case. Hello?
Hello.
Of course, how could I forget?
There you go.
Edgeworth was the victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand.
Phoenix has a worse memory than Terp.
And then you'll see that the Karain channeling technique
That's
is
possible.
real.
Yes.
Alright, so now if you check your court record, go to your profiles, you now have Dahlia Hawthorne's profile.
Okay, I want.
Oh, she's a redhead.
There.
Wah.
Alright, so now that you have Dahlia Hawthorne's profile, head to the training hall.
They were twin sisters.
I know, but the position of the face, they can flip it.
Nope.
But yeah, no.
This
I
is Capcom we're speaking about. Do you not understand the idea that Capcom cuts corners whenever they can?
I think this case was in the
No.
anime.
So now what?
Some
Now-
of the Buster animations from Mega Man Battle Network were actually ripped directly from Mega Man X.
Alright, so now you have the information, you can take on her Psyche Lux.
Okay.
You were saying, Chan? Sorry?
I think this
Remember how
case was
to
in
do
the
Psyche
anime.
Lux segment?
Yeah.
You have to
don't
present
remember.
the Magatama.
Well, I can find that out by opening up
No,
my Steam
we
account.
haven't gotten to this point in the anime. The anime stops after after Justice for All.
Okay.
Present Magatama.
Present arms! Boom shot.
Present. Magatama slack.
Alright, so this is the first one of two that you need to deal with.
Ah.
The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in the room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be true?
Yes. That's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder.
Profiles. Bikini. Yes.
I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini.
Her testimony in court today was very clear. That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently.
Like this. Ah!
Ugh. Well, back pain-
all of a sudden, like, you just see, like the silhouette of her back, and you're just like,
Well, to be fair, I've had instances where I've thrown out my back, and it does feel that way.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Her back doesn't roar and start clawing at things. It's just a wacky waving inflatable arm guy.
Yes!
Got the arms.
Thank you! Someone understands!
Extreme! So I left Iris to help the Acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple.
oh, Chad!
What?
The Zenogre image. Put it on the back of a hoodie.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked with about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder.
That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The Acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late.
What time was that?
Let me see. It takes 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m. I think.
There is something wrong with this girl, and I don't know what.
I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you.
Huh?
Now, you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up with this.
Burning Bridge.
No.
Yes, because what's his name?
Luis Dernim. Check the
weather data.
Yeah.
That's like way later.
Yeah.
No, 'cause
I have a
it's-
hunch though. Go to the burned papers. Go to the
Yes. Date, but the time.
No, 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m.
lightning struck
Yeah.
Dusky Bridge at 10:45.
That's
Yeah.
not yeah. Go
So
to
it's snowing.
go to the burnt papers. I just want to see something. Go to the next page. Go to the next page. First page again.
I feel really sorry for Phoenix. He has a bunch of Canadians in his fucking head.
Sorry.
Get some
Sorry.
syrup, eh?
He must be
go
he
through
must
all
be
the
stood
pieces of
here, be
evidence.
like, come on guys, we're meant to be a fucking
through all the
lawyer
pieces.
here.
What?
Get it
Go through the
together.
pieces of evidence again. Like back
Speaking
out.
of Canadian, I had a very Canadian moment the other day.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Go to her testimony.
I was minding my own. I think we were streaming at the time, but I was minding my own
She
business.
rang the lights out
And
bell
I-
at 10.
Yeah.
So then, if she left at 9:40, she wouldn't have been at the temple.
Minding my own business. I think we were streaming at the time. The window was open, and I could smell freaking pancakes and syrup.
Huh.
Oh.
You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night.
Marie one time posted that he was making pancakes, and I was like, "Can I ask for a pancake delivery?"
It's
Did
not
he burn the
delivery, it's
pancakes?
No, it's Delicio. No one remembers Delicio anymore.
It's because it's not Delicio anymore.
Plus,
Oh, is it DiGiorno now?
No, I mean like it's not delicious.
Aww.
plus, only moments before that, before you rang that bell, you were seen in the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Who's that?
Me.
Mr. Wright?
We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, that's right. I remember.
And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on,
Her
Iris.
sister isn't dead.
So far,
No, she's dead.
I've
That'd
managed
be
to prove 2 things.
Oh,
First,
God.
on the night of the incident, you were at the Inner Temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility.
You were at Hazakura Temple. You were at the Inner Temple. There were 2 of you. Dun dun dun!
Okay, so what do you think the answer is?
Shit, they found my sexy nun outfit.
Oh, the look on his face.
I told you to hide it, Brendan.
Yeah.
What did we just
You
establish?
told me nothing.
That her sister is dead.
What else about her sister?
She's dead.
Hold
He's a
on.
redhead.
Hold on. I'm stopping all proceedings right now.
Yeah.
Chanson just mentioned, nun outfit, and telling Brendan you should have hit it, and then he responded with a freaking Irish parish accent.
Huh.
Okay.
Oh, what
Let's
accent?
move on.
A Parish Aaron.
Okay, I'll put it this way.
Irish.
I'll put it this
A
way.
priest accent.
I'll put it this way.
An
I did.
Irish
What?
priest. Yes.
Yes. What?
What's special about Iris and Dolly?
Father O'Malley or Halley or
They're
Hulu
twin sisters.
or Houlihan
So-
was also
if
Italian.
they're twins, what's the natural answer here?
There were 2 of you.
Yes.
Because they look the same,
Yeah, because the hairstyle, everything.
mean,
Except the hair
and
color.
the
They could
face,
just color
Yeah.
change.
and it could easily be hidden by a nun hood.
Yes.
Not only that, it could be someone channeling.
Possibly,
Yeah.
On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time, which means there must have been
What?
2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation for this.
But that's crazy. How could that
I'm gonna
be?
start calling it the Crane cleavage technique.
I mean, it's not wrong.
And it only works with Mia.
Well,
Yeah.
Mia. Maya doesn't really
No.
show anything.
No.
And
There's
suddenly,
only one of me.
jailbait.
Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
I'm not shaking. I'm naturally shivering and cold. No.
Gulp.
You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Well, show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there is more
Are you
than
just
one
going
of
back
me.
to sleep?
It's because you're more than meets the eye. Da 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 da.
Age deceased. I thought that was status deceased. Whatever.
I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris.
Hmm.
You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps?
No.
That's right.
No.
Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well.
No, you don't. Wait, what?
What I want to know is why do they keep their hair in the same fashion?
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer.
When you're driving on a frozen lake.
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out
Tracks
recently,
going into
wasn't
the
it?
hole. Footsteps walking away.
I'm
from
sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? This second you was right here at the temple at the night of the murder. It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
No! But you just said you're. Excuse me. But you said it. You just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten about that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Kurain channeling technique.
Oh, I forgot.
That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me.
That's because my sister is scary.
I mean, she is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm crying. Look what you've done.
Good.
Okay.
So,
What?
I just had to explain Pearl channeling Mia to Jake. Because he came out of the kitchen looking at me weirdly because
Because he heard him say jailbait.
Yeah, he hears me suddenly just go around and suddenly jailbait.
I was in my room and my Once I heard that I'd been spotted at the temple, I knew it was my sister, Dahlia, the other half of me, who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected.
Oh,
The
gee. Ghosts? Twins?
Explosion!
Why do you care?
No!
The iris the Sister Bikini saw in the inner temple on that night of the murder?
I broke her.
That was Dahlia
Herb,
Hoffman.
no, bad.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because my sister always does the right thing.
Excuse me?
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about?
Betrayal. You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place there on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted, evil path, but which made her evil. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life.
It was the start of Crazy Lily.
Crazy Lily.
Yeah,
It was just one thing. Come on.
I know.
It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing,
What?
but I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful.
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on our father.
Revenge.
Revenge is on top.
What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. I almost read that as hideous.
Oh,
he
Yeah.
said.
Hideous? Does he look like me?
No.
Yeah, he looks like me.
Yes.
He threw away.
You
He threw our mother away. He threw away our mother.
That's
Either way.
Keep reading.
And then he sent her to hell. Stop it.
her mother. She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Who is sipping tea right now with a big poofy hair. My mother was the
This
eldest.
hell tea is tasty.
Our mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many business and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. He was selfish. But his plan backfired because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as master of crime.
That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother.
I'm gonna guess that Morgan Fay did not have the power, or something.
Yeah, that was established in the second game. She has no spiritual power at all. That's why she was usurped.
I forgot.
No, it's okay.
It's because
Right now, I'm actually feeling really congested, and I've been feeling dizzy.
It's fine. But you're not wrong.
yeah.
You're absolutely.
Everybody's been feeling that lately. It's the sudden change in weather. It went from like
Really warm.
30 degrees to like 15 degrees overnight.
Yep. But before long, the credibility of the crime commission hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident, which everybody knows except for you.
Mystic Misty Fay, or as I'd like to call her, Oomph.
By the power of cleavage.
I summon thee!
took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hip dive. I don't know what that meant, and that he had no reason to stay there.
And that's when you came here to Hasbro Temple.
Yes, the woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see.
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother once since then.
That's unfortunate.
Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered.
Right, ladies and gentlemen,
emotionally.
sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to be heading upstairs to bed. I will tune in on the stream for a little bit and then probably crash out.
Later.
Yes,
Have
go
a
snap
good
you.
night.
Good night, Johnson.
Good night,
Later.
sir.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Chen, guess what Shai actually asked for her symbol?
Just, yeah. Yeah, I finally began to see
A
how
Narga Kuga.
Fair enough.
Yes!
No,
I'm heading to bed.
Yay.
I got a long week and a shitty Friday.
yeah.
Aww. I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it, goes back to the history of the Fae clan.
That's what it looks like.
Excuse me.
Iris, there's just one thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing, but he was cute. She said she hated his guts.
I see. Thank you for your help.
But I don't. And what? You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There is still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's psyche lock.
Look at us.
Alright,
That's
so
hard.
now you need to head back to the Heavenly Hall.
To the heavenly home. You better unlock those locks,
Temple,
lady.
inner temple gate.
Oh.
What?
Keep going.
Just quiet. Keep it to
Suspension
yourself.
bridge.
What?
Nothing.
Tell
Something
me.
I might have just remembered about this case. That's all.
Heavenly Hall.
Which is?
Don't say anything.
I'm not saying
And
anything.
also, play the game and you'll find out. Look at that. They really did make a fire. Right in front of the shack.
And I just noticed the things on the
Mhm.
jack.
Mm-hmm. That's Larry for you.
And...
That's your Easternian.
Oh, Mr. Nick.
Ha! You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of your potatoes, we've already polished them all off.
Our potatoes.
I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding.
Girl.
She's the one who channeled Dahlia.
Come on. Come on now.
What?
No, she's hiding $10 million in her pocket.
What?
She's the one who channeled Dahlia.
We'll see.
No, I say no.
Alright.
No,
You
she-
ready?
Chill.
Let's
Dren.
find out.
Hey.
The night of the crime. After dinner at the night of the murder, you were supposed to be with Elise Donan.
I love that little smile. It's so cute.
Durgan.
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end. You didn't go? No. No. There was something else I had to go somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go.
Where'd my phone?
I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
I don't know. Pick
How did
upstairs.
my phone
Did
go?
you leave it upstairs, baby?
I don't remember. Whatever.
Going to check?
No, it's not important. Continue.
So Pearls never went to Miss Donan's room because she was too worried about something or someone else.
Phoenix, Elise stated that she couldn't find pearls. Remember these things.
Oh, there it is.
No, there you go.
On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you?
Shit. BRB.
She went to shit.
Here.
Let's try it.
Take that. Yes.
You went here, didn't you, Pearls?
I was right.
Except she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? Then the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? You mean you know?
Yes.
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth? Okay. You went to this place with one very simple reason, and that is this.
Mia. Maya. Take that. Yes.
It's obvious that you were so worried who you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? Ah. You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course.
I signed up for your special course.
Well, my. Quite brave of you, considering how cold it is. People can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame me if you become one of those you channel. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place. You felt responsible, didn't you? Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the Inner Temple. Then we're clear now that you went to the Inner Temple that night. What's not clear is what happened after that. About what time was it when you headed over to the Inner Temple? It's probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. There was so much snow, so I couldn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Her hair stuff is exactly like animal ears. It's like flooping when she's like really sad.
Yeah. Until after 10? How did you know what time it was? Because I heard the bell ringing for Lights Out. She heard the Lights Out bell. The Hazakura Temple bell is pretty small, though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible. She was trying to hear the bell.
That's telling.
Tell me, Pearls. Why were you so worried about hearing that bell? Huh? Oh, I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this.
Evidence? The burn thing.
Why the burn thing?
Because it mentioned, hear the bell.
Let's see what it says. Be careful on that motion. You should, as soon as you hear the Lights Out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. That sounds very incriminating.
Yes, it does. So it is this.
I don't know. Give it a try.
Yes.
You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper. Where did you... In the incinerator at the Inner Temple.
This is the second time she
Pearls.
failed at incinerating things properly.
Pearls. You were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the Lights Out bell.
She was learning how to read.
Like I
I-
told you.
Oh, that's so cute!
I'm
She's
speechless,
just
Mr.
such the
Nick.
best little murderer.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick.
She
You're
channeled.
amazing.
But I was right. She did channel Dolly.
Nope.
Well, we'll see. Let's
Nope.
keep going. These instructions that were found in the incinerator,
She can't read.
I believe they were written for you, Pearls. For me? No! As you can see, a large portion that has been burnt. But the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the Lights Out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author in the note, and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, please. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearls, was...
Your older sister!
It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris who Sister Bikini met at the Inner Temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Did you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was? No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions. Thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you've never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow?
Your mother!
Pearls. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? I'm right to assume that that's just her heart.
Yes.
Did you follow them to the letter regardless? Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay.
Oh, that made her cry.
Alright, girls. It's time you started telling me the truth. Mr. McIntyre! Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this. Don't underestimate me just because I'm a child! Huh? If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I would like to see some proof! What? Because I don't think you have it in any. She'd say something, she'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, girls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you. I knew it! However, I do know that whoever did was a child. How do you know that? It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that. Simple mistake? What do you mean by that? I'm sure if you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given, but you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it.
I don't know this part.
Check the note.
Check the note. And here's a hint. Check the final page.
Once this is burned, also tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades, and bring our vengeance to fruition.
The key phrase here is gravely roast the master. If a child read that, what would she think gravely roasted means?
I don't know.
What did they eat last night?
Roast.
What was covered in that roast?
Gravy.
Gravy roast the master in the fires of Hades.
And now what do you have that's covered in gravy?
I don't know.
Oh, she wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
Well, look at your evidence and take a look.
Pictures.
No. Just take a look at what you have in your evidence.
There's more than one page.
It's always
Go one down!
Keep going. Oh.
Gravy. Take that. She throws the gravy.
It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it? What? do something like... Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition? You didn't know how to write the words gravely and roast among others, right? How did you know that? Remember the conversation you had with Miss Donim on the night of the murder?
Perhaps we can read some books together.
Really? I'd love to! I'm not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this?
It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word.
I forgot that they foreshadowed that. Sure, Miss Donim taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you
Was their meanings?
was what they meant. Gravely sounded like gravy to gravely sounded like gravy to me. And the only roast I could think of was the food. And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from the night's pot roast. To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. Because I really did get the wrong idea. Just a tiny bit. I really am useless. Couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right.
Aww.
She goes from innocent girl to very dark child.
Unfortunately, she doesn't really think things through.
Okay.
And follows her mother blindly.
I'd
which is-
like to point something out that she said earlier that kind of gives her an alibi as to why she couldn't.
She couldn't summon. She couldn't
She
channel.
stated she was not able to channel anymore.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because
She
the
actually-
spirit she was trying to channel had already been channeled.
Yep, she told me that.
So
she
she
told me
didn't
that
go
on the
home.
car ride. She figured it out ahead of time.
Until it's proven otherwise.
She said it!
After dinner
She
that
did
night,
say it.
I did
She
go
did
to
say
the
it.
inner
Yes.
temple. In the text boxes before,
It's a lost
when you-
power.
with a pot full of leftover roast gravy. The gravy. I saw the picture of the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master of Kurain, like it said in the letter. I see. And then... Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area. The guest area? Yes. I thought I could wait there until the training was over. Why didn't you just go to the training hall? Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it.
See,
But then Girls, did you fall asleep? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it.
hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens.
And Iris
You are
thinks
made
you're
of
creepy.
stupid.
And Iris is creeped out.
Here's the difference, Larry. You're made of stupid. She's not.
She's made of adorable.
She's a child.
She's
You're
made
an
of
adult.
cute overload.
Canada represent! Pearls is here!
Yeah. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped in the inner temple.
Stop mixing up the voices.
I'm sorry, I get ahead of myself. Yes, and when I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall.
I thought everyone had left me.
We're not doing Joby.
I thought everyone had left me because I overslept.
All of a sudden, I'm picturing Bruce speaking for.
I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy and
Bad.
let off some steam
Phoenix.
by chunking
It's
the
Phoenix.
gravy
That's
on
Phoenix.
the scroll while you cried, right?
Right?
Oh, Aiden.
Must
be
do a
pretty
voice
scary for you,
modulator.
Pearl. I know what it's like, Nick. Used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too.
Here's the difference, Larry. You're made of stupid. She's not.
Enough with that.
Don't
You know
equate
he's dumb.
something so trivial with her experience, Larry.
Lost powers.
Whatever.
It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring. So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit? No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
No way.
You couldn't do it? I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it.
Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out.
So, just want to state this for the record. She's tried all day.
Which means Dahlia's spirit is still being channeled by someone.
Which would be Maya.
If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that.
We'll see. So she never managed to channel spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone? Yes, I don't know what to do.
I would try channeling someone else.
Have you tried jiggling the handle?
There is no handle in here. There's not? Are you sure?
Aw, sweet, you've got apps. Wait, I've got apps?
Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
DBZ abridged.
I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though. Could you please tell me what it is anyway? It could happen if someone else is already channeling the same spirit. Someone else? What do you mean? Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken.
Larry, shut up, please.
But he's right in that
He is
case.
right.
He is right, but
That is right.
I'm sorry, but,
I mean, he's not wrong. You're not.
threesome.
I mean, hey, Larry, you're not wrong, but shut up.
That's not actually dating. That's
Polygamy!
Yeah, that's polygamy.
I can't wait to tell my husband. Someone else channeled her spirit before Pearl's time. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
But who? Dun, dun, dun.
Actually, there's only one person who could do that right now.
I'm a failure.
aside from Iris.
Iris can't channel.
Iris can't channel. Pearls couldn't do it.
There's-
Morgan is in jail.
And couldn't do it anyways.
and couldn't do it anyways.
What about Bikini?
She
Bikini
doesn't.
doesn't have that power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can only teach it
Yes.
and help.
Yes.
And
There's also
there is literally
Misty.
only one other person. Misty was killed by her, though.
Are you sure?
The plot thickens. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm a
How was
failure.
Misty killed by?
I'm a failure.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Her final wish? Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. This letter.
5 minutes.
I definitely need to find out more about it. My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
Oh, that's not a word a kid should learn.
I know, Pearls. Yeah, I know, Pearls. I visit her every month. And last month she told me,
What was her voice again?
I think it was Zyka.
She's sleeping.
The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the fake land, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden.
She is such a cast iron.
Even in
biatch.
even in jail.
My
I
mother is
always
always
have my
nice to
teacup.
me. I love her so much.
Yes.
Always so nice. Demon eyes. I wondered where Dahlia got the demon eyes from.
I guess, true.
That is a good point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, moms will do anything for the kids, right?
Well done.
Even if it means killing other family members to do so.
Thank you. Okay. Hang on.
I wouldn't be surprised if Morgan and Dahlia hatched this plan in particular.
There we
As
go.
in having Dahlia get sent to death row early in order to accomplish this.
So freaky.
She said it was for the good of the Fae clan, so I knew I had to help her.
Is this chapter almost over again?
I mean, Mystic Maya is part of the Fae clan, so it had to be the good for her too.
No.
No.
It would have been detrimental to her.
That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? I guess so.
She doesn't
yeah.
understand that kind of.
There was a picture with her letter too. A picture of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually, a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time,
Pretty weird, huh?
Shut up, Butts.
like Larry knows anything about this stuff. There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
Bum bum bum.
That
Legas.
sure is pretty strange.
Legas.
Someone had opened it already?
I say it was Mia.
I say it was Iris.
But
I
I
have-
know where it
I
is.
say it was Dahlia Hawthorne.
I have a hunch I know who it is. Actually, what am I talking about? I do know who it
She
is.
said family home. Iris is in the Hakuza temple. That's not their family
I know
home.
who-
But
I
she
know
lived
who
with
it
her
is.
Mother.
No, she didn't.
Yes, because that's what she said.
Pearls does. But Iris lives in the Hakuza temple.
She does now, but when Phoenix was talking to her earlier, she lived with her mother along with Dahlia both.
17 years ago.
Who says the letter isn't that old?
No, the letter is pretty recent.
She said she left it there the moment. Now, Pearl wasn't even born then.
Okay, guys, we don't have that much time to argue.
Okay, so what am I doing?
Thanks, Pearls.
Where are you going?
I have to use the washroom, but yeah, you really helped me out. You're very welcome. My mother is always watching over us. In
She's
the
dead.
worst way possible.
Yes, she's dead.
So I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright.
No, she won't.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her?
All you have to do is say meep.
Huh.
Goto!
Ah! Finally figured it out, have you, Trite? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is.
Godot?
Hair in my mouth!
I tell him to stuff it.
The entrance to the second cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop.
I guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort.
But it's all a waste of time.
Why do you say that?
Because Maya Fey isn't coming back.
Legas!
What? You don't know what you're talking about. How could you say something like that?
It was your job to protect her, Trite. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey.
Punch to the face! I'm not gasping.
Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances.
I realize that, but...
And you were the only one who was by their sides.
Oh, shush!
You were the only one who could have saved them.
But I didn't know anything about what was going on.
Ha! What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a hideous crime in and itself.
Heinous.
Hideous, heinous.
Same basic principle.
Yeah. No.
Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all.
And you're gonna lose, just like usual. Once and for all.
Mr. Nick? Is what that man just said true? You'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow. Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
My dear Pearl. You've done so well, my child. My Pearl.
She didn't do anything.
It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more! Now, finally, after all this time, The master's seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time.
You're just in time? I'm sorry, that was bad. Hey, good timing too.
I'm not just in time, I am Justin Timberlake.
You're a dead lady. That's the problem.
Justin Timberlake. Well, she is a natural triple threat.
Yeah.
Anyways, folks, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with Custom Robo.
That was actually pretty great timing.